Welcome back to Mom and Pop Video Shop. I'm Tyson.
I'm Joel.
And if you're new to this particular series, we are calling this, the Quick Pick Movie Rental Recommendations?
Basically.
Something like that?
Something like that.
The idea behind this is you've rushed into the video store on a Friday night because your Domino's, pepperoni lovers, and your girlfriend are both cooling down in the front seat of your 1990 Ford Probe.
Yep.
And you come in, you got to get something rented so you can get home and get down on the pepperoni lovers, of course. So it just dawned on me, though, that my first pick for you is we've got a bit of a theme going here because I think a few picks ago, Joel recommended The Hitcher with one Rutger Hauer, and I happen to have another Rutger Hauer flick that I'm recommending. This is Split Second from 1992, directed by Tony Maylam, starring Rutger Hauer, Kim Cattrall, and Alistair Duncan, who seems really familiar in this to me, but the only other thing I can think of that I remember seeing him in was an episode of the Granada Sherlock Holmes series starring Jeremy Brett.
Got it.
I'm sure he's been in other stuff. It's fantastic in Split Second. But either way, those are the three big cast members. I will read for you the synopsis on the back of the VHS to give you an idea. In the year 2008, the cops are better armed than before, but nothing has prepared them for this. Swift, sharp-clawed, and deadly. Something moves among them on the streets, in the alleyways, on the rooftops, tearing out human hearts and devouring them. Maverick cop Harley Stone, played by Rutger Hauer, lost his partner to the beast, and now it looks like his girlfriend Michelle, played by Kim Cattrall, is next on the killer's list. Even in the future, there aren't guns big enough to stop the creature's deadly force, but Harley has no choice. As the action explodes into a deadly struggle to save Michelle, Stone must track the killer to its lair before he, too, becomes its victim. It could be all over in a split second. See what they did there? So listen, you've heard us talk about cinematic nostalgia disorder a lot, C&D, on this channel. For me, this is probably the film that has the most C&D for me. I remember renting this as a kid. I couldn't tell you unbiased whether this is a good movie or not. I think it's fantastic. I freaking loved it. I don't know if you remember, this is actually the first film that you guys ever invited me on to Retro Movie.
And I believe I broke your heart.
Maybe.
If memory serves. Because I saw that in the theater when it came out.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and I think when we revisited it, I wasn't as big a fan.
Well.
But that's not to say I wouldn't revisit it again and change, because that happens constantly.
And you might want to do that, or else I don't know how much longer I'm going to stick around on this freaking channel, because I love this. But no, guys, here's the thing. This is the plot gets a little bit weird, and the killer is sometimes hard to figure out. It's like this. He's sort of this cross between Marvel's Venom and a xenomorph, but he's a serial killer that's like driven by the Zodiac.
It's a really weird situation.
But looking beyond that, the idea this London in 2008, global warming has caused like mass flooding. So the entire London police force, first of all, they're all armed to the teeth, which is contrary to what the actual
in the UK
Scotland Yard is like. Beyond that, because everything's wet and underwater, all the cops drive around in either hovercrafts or like these open air jeeps, and there's everything's wet, and there's rats, and it's just this weird sort of. It's not exactly post-apocalyptic. It's just this weird, bleak future.
It's kind of like Escape from New York.
A little bit,
in that way.
So visually, I loved it. It's gory as hell. While the killer aspect of it is a little bit confusing, it's fascinating to me. The whole idea, the soundtrack. I think they basically just loop like Nights in White Satin, the Moody Blues, instrumentally over and over and over. But for some reason, it works. It's very cool. Rutger Hauer's great in it. Kim Cattrall's great in it. There's some fantastic lines that I still quote to this day. So for my quick pick for you, because I got to get you out of here and back into your Ford Probe with your girlfriend, your Domino's pepperoni lovers, go with Split Second from 1992. Anything else you want to add on this?
No. I think that I probably should revisit it, because I know you do love it. And at some point I will.
I agree.
Maybe we'll do
this is one of the few I actually have. So this is my copy. I've got this. I've got this. It was really hard to find sometimes, so I do have it on DVD. But I still have the allegedly copy that I might have bootlegged from the video store, along with I think James Bond, Goldeneye,
Oh,
and maybe Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
nice.
Like one of those three.
Nice.
First,
So how does this rate for you, tape wise?
So tape wise, it's a 5 paper for me. I can't help it.
Yeah, remember, I won't say because I don't know if it's aired yet, but there's a movie I picked.
Yeah,
I picked that was a 5 taper. That's
I know a lot of you are going to think I'm nuts, but you know what? I told you, cinematic nostalgia disorder. It's a 5 taper for me. I love it. Have to have it. I would love to do a novelization of this as a writer. Wouldn't that be cool? So
that'd be cool.
With that, I'll say thanks for stopping by the shop, and remember, at Mom and Pop's, our love of
Blind Fury
never ever stops.